Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. It's early in the morning, 5 o'clock. You said you were going to be waiting outside at 5 o'clock, and I didn't think you were going to be. At one point in time, Honza was like, I can be late sometimes. But you weren't late this morning. I heard you out the window of my room. I heard the car. It's like, oh shit, he's here on time. So we're on our way to, first we're going to check out the frame fabrication, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of trike manufacturers do stuff locally. A lot of the stuff is done in Taiwan. I know, because I was in Taiwan, and I went to the factories that produce some of the frames for some of the suppliers of trikes and bikes. And so this will be really cool to kind of check out the process. I don't know if it'll all be in the same episode, but we're also going to check out Prague. We're going to go to Prague, and we're going to pick up a TiFLY X. It's one of, is it a demo model? It's a model that you send out for reviews.
For reviews, for test rides,
yeah,
whatever.
It'll be under my butt pretty soon, which I'm super excited about. For those of you that don't know, my name is Matt. I'm in Czech Republic, Czechia, hanging out with a company called AZUB. They make a line of really interesting recumbent bikes and trikes. One of the trikes that I'm interested in getting built for me while I'm out here is a TiFLY X. It's a very unique form of recumbent trike that is notable for a number of things. Its suspension, its overall build quality, but also the fact that it has three 26-inch tires. Yeah, yesterday, that ride, I don't know, that was probably one of the most beautiful rides I've ever been on.
Oh.
I mean, all of the fields were very thick and rich and just rolling. Oh my God, it was really, really beautiful. This is a very beautiful country. Army of trikes. These are awesome. All waiting for customers. Shop hasn't even woken up yet. Coffee. Yeah, this is their break room. I love being in the shop, man, seeing all these trikes being made. Super cool. I'm very excited that we're gonna see a TiFLY X today. Super cool that I can ride.
I will reverse back here.
Okay.
If you can open the door,
yep,
to the wide as possible before I...
All set?
Seems so. Oh. How much is $2,000
in the garbage. Directly in the trash. And away we go. There's an interesting buzz around here. We've seen a lot of military vehicles going up and down the roads, tank carrier. I was curious to see if I was going to see any result or activity from the Ukrainian situation. It's not as much. I was expecting to see a lot more, you know, in my mind.
Not as much,
like it's not as much, but you can see some.
Here and you have the cooperation.
Yeah.
Something is going on.
Yeah, it's certainly not normal. We're almost to the frame place. They're going to fabricate what are they going to fabricate? Are they going to fabricate a Tetris or a TiFLY?
at the end it should be this your one frame.
Okay, so this is my frame.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know. You know, sometimes it's like they're just working, you know, and then you can get some footage of it, but you know, it's not necessarily mine.
This should be your one frame.
Cool. All right. That makes it even more, more interesting.
Even carry it home today.
That would be awesome. So at the end of this process, I can't be like, you know what, I want a Tetris. Tricon.
Then you don't have this
experience.
This experience with that frame. So
all
it's
right.
no longer that awesome.
Not that awesome. It's awesome right now. Okay. So the frame company that they're using to fabricate the frames right now, these guys are like, they're like, what would you call them? Experts, masters, right? They've been doing this for like 30 years, making welding projects. They were professors? Or
like, not really professors, but they were teachers in the school here.
And now they're making AZUB frames. Need some oil. What happened to your side view mirror? That thing is wrapped in plastic.
Yeah, it just...
You ran into a mailbox?
Nobody knows. Just somebody noticed that it's not there. It's been a long time since I was here the last time. Jasně. No, tak bychom potřebovali nějakou jako, že jo, něco, co děláte.
Hi. Ahoj.
Takže tady se...
They will be able to do part, then maybe something. But you need the other camera.
Yeah.
Okay, časový limit nebo něco.
Jestli...
So this is a workshop for AZUB's frame components. It's kind of a neat story. It used to be it is a welding school, and so some of the teachers banded together and created their own business where they do welding. They basically teach people to weld all day long to become professionals in the industry, so they created their own industry, and AZUB's been using them to fabricate their frames. You can see we got some frames up here, some frame components down here. This is one of the guys doing the work, and we're making like a pretty cool innovative video for AZUB, and so we're doing this step by step. Anyways, I gotta get back to work. We're recording it on the good camera. You'll see some clips in this episode. It'll be pretty cool.
So this piece he will finish,
Yeah.
and it will be your one piece you will carry back home.
Yeah.
And he will also
Put some smaller
do
things.
a rear fork for you.
Okay.
So your fork will be here is
That's
the
mine.
front part. He can add this and the piece for the folding hinge, and that would be yours as well.
In the end, before we leave, I want a picture with the guys and holding the pieces, okay?
Yeah. Okay, so he will do this now, then
Okay.
he needs to cool it down
Yeah.
so the bigger piece can be welded to it.
Okay, so that's that. That is how a frame is made here at AZUB. It's a lot different actually than the production. Well, similar but different than the way frames are made in Taiwan. I mean, obviously, the scale in Taiwan is a little bit greater, but I feel like first of all, the years behind that guy's talent, and combined with the delicate, like hands-on nature of actually fabricating these things. It puts it a little bit ahead in some ways, you know. So like, this is going to be the Jayoe next iteration of the Jayoe Recumbent Trike. This is the frame, and then at the end there, that's the hinge joint, and then that is actually the back, and this is the front. So this will be the front boom, and off the front boom will be my front chain ring and my pedals, and I'll be staring down at this tube, painted obviously,
Maybe I should leave it aluminum. That would be pretty cool. No finish?
No, ještě to musím.
Oh yeah, okay. And then that's my rear fork. And between those two spaces where he's holding it will be my 26-inch monster that will spin around as I ride from here to there around the world. This sort of a place really does kind of take me back, because I grew up in Detroit. I'm from Detroit. So, I mean, I grew up around people that had factories that had machines like this. This is old school. This is way more hands-on. And you know what? This is where they teach their students, where they kind of guide them in how to produce things. So I think that's a good idea, you know, like actually utilizing the forethought of people who have been teaching others for so long. So, I mean, they say that if you repeat a task 10,000 times, you become like a master at it. And these guys have probably done that just in teaching people how to go about making these different things. I mean, combined, how much experience do these guys have? Like 1,000 years combined, you know? How long has he been welding? Can you ask him?
So 24 years welding and 18 years here. And the guy there, it's more than 18 years here. It's your week in the work. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. This is when you have more than 30 years. When you have less than 30 years, you are killed on Monday. And when you have more than 50 years, then it's in the morning, in the evening, in the morning, in the evening. You want to have to eat something, or?
Sure. Yeah.
Tak bychom šli, no.
Yeah.
A chodí naproti.
Naproti, no.
Jo? Okay, so there is
Let's eat. Let's have some lunch with the crew.
Okay, so it went well. It's finally, at the end, it's really your friend.
Is he gonna go to lunch with us?
No, they both, the owners, have something to do, something else to do.
Will we go with any of the guys?
Yes.
Couple of the guys? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
We're gonna have some Chinese food.
Nejde?
Chinska food.
Jo, tak čau.
Bye-bye.
Ahoj. Čau, čau.
I don't know how many people in this world can say that they saw their frame born like that.
Yeah.
It will be a lot more meaningful when I ride that around the world, and it'll get me a lot more pissed off if somebody wants to take it. I'll fucking find that guy and kill him. That's Japanese. That's sushi. That's not Chinese. There's a lazy Susan on the table. That's a pretty good sign. That's a pretty good sign. It looks authentic. Let's see if it tastes authentic. Yeah, the language is authentic.
Jo, trocha.
La Jiao is hot pepper.
Yeah.
How popular is Chinese food in Czech?
It is quite, I mean, like there are Chinese restaurants in every bigger town. And I quite like it because it's a, you know, a lot of vegetable, like
Clean.
yeah, like it's like it seems to be a healthy food. So
All right, not bad. Not bad. It was a little bit like beef stew. The broth here is a little thicker than the beef here is. It's a little bit more beefy brothy. Countryside is gorgeous. Something I'm not used to is all the castles. There's castles and then there's chateaus. A few over here that are like on the tops of mountains and stuff. We don't have any castles in America. It's just casinos and some mansions. We have a lot of mansions.
rich people houses, but nothing like a castle. We are on our way to Prague eventually, but we're making one pit stop here in a little city for AZUB. But this little village has got a lot of like old buildings. Like really, I like buildings that you can see the exposed brick on. I know that this guy's in the middle of construction, but I kind of like it. Leave it that way. We're in Prague. 7 minutes away from the arrival. It's gonna be quick though, right? We'll just get there, pick it up, turn around, and then what is it, 5 hours back?
3.5.
3.5. Oh, okay, because we kind of did a...
Yeah, but we have one more stop in the middle, so it's probably 4.5.
Okay, we're getting shit done.
We use the oil.
We're Jayoe. We're adding the minimum amount of fuel. We've been talking this whole ride about efficiency, you know? The fact that resources are tight these days in Czech Republic, fuel oil and heating costs and liquid propane, right? Liquid gas. Honza has something really interesting he says. He says, what's the saying?
The cheapest energy is the one you don't consume.
The cheapest energy is the energy that you don't use. So if you're not using, you know, as much electricity or as much fuel, then it doesn't matter how cheap or expensive it is, you're not using it. And anyways, we've been talking about it the whole ride. But we're about to pick up a TiFLY X. Now TiFLY X is the style of trike that they're making for me. It has electric, so it's a front
this
electric.
One, this exactly one.
This exactly
This one has a motor in the front, the Shimano Steps EP8, and 12-speed cassette. I guess.
Okay.
11 or 12 speed.
Mine will have the roll-off in the back and probably a couple of rings in the front, as we've decided, against the Schlumpf drive. At least it'll give me an idea of how it feels to ride on 326ers. I can't wait to ride this around. They say that the center of balance is a bit weird, that you sit up a little higher. This has got the padded seat too, which is like sort of a new thing from AZUB. So can I just go right off? It's off-road, right?
Not really.
This is my first time riding a TiFLY X. That's pretty cool. I think it looks more suitable for my size guy, right?
Yeah.
Like this is very appropriate for a 6'2" fella. Oh, I like it. And the cushion seat is so nice too.
A bridge under the bridge.
A bridge under the bridge.
Yeah, so there is an old bridge from the Baťa highway, and above that is the new highway they built in 80s.
How did you first find this place?
Somebody told me about it, because you don't really see it from above.
Yeah, it's hidden literally under the bridge. So tell me again, this guy was a shoemaker.
Yeah, he basically built Zlín, which is regional capital.
Okay.
And then during the war he had to emigrate to Brazil, and then later he moved to Canada. And he wanted to build a highway from Prague to the other side of the Czechoslovakia that at that time included part of the western Ukraine.
And so he built this bridge.
He built this bridge, and then in 80s I think or 70s they built this highway.
The main one.
There were pieces only, so
Yeah.
I think it never really
Never
connected.
completed.
Yeah, you can see that it was never used like a real road.
It's got to be nice to have enough money that you could just build a road across the country. That sold a lot of shoes, man. That's a lot of shoes.
I think he has some kind of, or he had a serious connection to the government.
Yeah. You got to know some people to build a road across the country. Shit, you got to know people just to put a driveway, you know, or put an extension on your house. Like he's building a house right now. The amount of red tape you'll go through just to do what you want to do. Hey, yeah. You know that house I wanted to build? Yeah. I want to build a road across the country.
I need your support.
Well, yeah. What permits do I need to pull for that? That's sort of like I was telling you earlier, like riding a trike. You know, when you ride a trike, you get a view of the bottom of the road. And a lot of people, they drive past places so quick, or they're riding a bicycle, they're so high, they don't really know what's under that, you know, under those wheels, you know? Okay. Onward. Time for dinner. I'm gonna get some Subway. Are you gonna eat at your first McDonald's?
I think it was the second in Czech.
Subway. Subway seems to be the same Subway I remember. It's interesting seeing the differences and the nuance in different places. Same brand, different places.